Welcome back to the channel Future Speed Hub 2026. Today, we're diving into a legendary American main battle tank that made its mark on history, the M60A3. Even though it's no longer the frontline powerhouse it once was, this tank remains one of the most influential and widely used vehicles of its generation. With upgrades, exports, and battlefield presence around the world, the M60A3 proves that great engineering can stand the test of time. First introduced in the early 1980s, the M60A3 was the final and most advanced version of the M60 series. It built upon the design of the M60A1, incorporating significant improvements in fire control, night fighting capability, and battlefield survivability. While the tank may look similar to its earlier variants from the outside, the real transformation was under the armor. The M60A3 was fitted with a ballistic computer and a laser rangefinder, which dramatically improved first-round hit probability. This meant tank crews could engage targets more accurately and effectively, even at longer ranges. One of the standout features was the Tank Thermal Sight, or TTS. With thermal imaging technology, the M60A3 could operate effectively at night or in poor weather, a game-changer at the time. This gave it an edge in conditions where older tanks would be practically blind. Under the hood, the M60A3 kept the reliable Continental AVDS 17902 V12 air-cooled twin-turbo diesel engine, producing around 750 horsepower. It wasn't the fastest tank out there, with a top speed of about 30 miles per hour or 48 kilometers per hour, but it was built to last. It had a cruising range of over 275 miles, making it dependable for extended operations without constant refueling. The M60A3's 105mm M68 gun, a US-produced version of the British L7, gave it solid firepower. This gun could fire a wide variety of NATO standard ammunition, including armor-piercing and high-explosive rounds. While later Soviet tanks like the T-72 introduced 125mm guns, the M60A3's fire control systems often gave it an edge in accuracy, especially during NATO exercises and training scenarios. One of the key improvements in the A3 version was the addition of a smoke grenade launcher and improved turret armor. Combined with its upgraded internal systems, the M60A3 was better prepared to survive and fight in modern combat conditions of the 1980s and beyond. It also featured an NBC protection system, nuclear, biological, and chemical, ensuring the crew could operate in hazardous environments. While it never saw direct combat during the Cold War in Europe, the M60A3 was deployed in various conflicts, especially by countries that purchased or received them through U.S. foreign military sales programs. For example, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, and Turkey all became major operators of the M60A3, adapting it to their own needs and even developing their own upgrade packages over time. Some of these upgraded M60s, especially in the Middle East, remain in service today. Despite being phased out by the U.S. military in favor of the M1 Abrams, the M60A3 has remained surprisingly relevant. Many nations have continued to modernize their fleets, adding new armor, digital fire control systems, and even replacing the original engine. Some variants like the M60T Sabra, upgraded by Israel for Turkey, show just how far the platform can be pushed with the right tech. One of the things that made the M60A3 so enduring was its balance. It wasn't the most heavily armored, the fastest, or the most advanced, but it did everything well. For many armies, especially those not ready to invest in fourth-generation main battle tanks, the M60A3 offered a reliable, battle-proven solution that could hold its own with the right support and upgrades. Collectors and military museums around the world continued to preserve M60A3 tanks as part of history. And for military enthusiasts, it remains a favorite, a reminder of Cold War tensions, tank evolution, and the power of engineering that lasts. The M60A3 might not be the newest machine on the battlefield, but its legacy continues to roll on across training grounds, storage depots, and even in active service in some regions. It stands as a symbol of transition, from second-generation tanks to the modern battlefield, where technology and tradition met in one tough, dependable platform. Thanks for watching Future Speed Hub 2026. If you enjoyed this deep look into the M60A3, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos about military machines, technology, and tactical history. I see you next video.